I'll get the hang of this eventually. I promise you I will. I think I'm good now. Okay, now we have the thumbs up. Anyways, I'll do the intro all over again. This is John Deere, and this is the Deere's Embroidery Legacy, and we have lots of fun stuff planned for you guys today. We have a mystery design with 2.6 million stitches. I did see that we have people checking in from New Zealand, from France, from the UK, from all over the US. So thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it. I do have my lovely wife, Jennifer, here, and let's see if we can hear Jennifer.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Okay, and this definitely will not be the day that Jennifer comes on camera. I begged, I pleaded, you guys we need to set up some type of poll or something. Anyways, I'm getting dirty looks already, but we are going to be making a transition because I'm going to be showing you guys this design live, and we're going to play a little game around it. So it's going to be fun. So Jennifer and I have to switch, and the trick is going to be I have to switch us without getting her on camera.
That's right.
So the rules have been laid, and I know that for sure. So anyways, my first question for you guys is, and it's always the same one, who loves free? And give us some comments, some hearts, some thumbs up, all that good stuff. If you guys like free, then I want you to react right now. We have something for free for everybody. Okay, we are going to have a few prizes, 4 to be exact, to win afterwards as well. But what you can win free is this right here. We have a free patch design, and this is a flag. And here is the actual patch right here. I got to make sure I hold it the right way. And there we go. So this is the actual patch, and this was digitized almost, I think, over 20 years ago, because I didn't even have the original EMB file. So this is way down deep in our archives, but I did add our I guess our patch border around it, and you can download this absolutely free. I'm sure that Jesse or James or Beth are putting into the comments where you can download that, but that is a free design. And we do have something kind of cool because we have a couple of samples, and Leanne in the office, she actually sent these the absolute last minute, but we have some really cool ideas where you can put this patch on a hat, or you can put it on the side of shoes, or you can put it onto jean jackets or onto shorts, all that good stuff. So we are going to be, I guess, celebrating 4th of July. I know we're a little bit early, but I wanted to give everybody a chance to get prepped and get set up and have all of your stuff done, especially if it is a 2.6 million stitch design, because they do take a little while to embroider. Ask me, I know. Plus, I had to do it a couple times because they needed editing. So anyways, everything is good. Any comments, Jennifer, so far? We're good.
We're good.
Awesome. Okay, so that is a free patch design. Now, I am going to bring a special guest in, and I'm going to bring in my son, Jesse. And Jesse is going to tell you guys about a new, I guess, addition to our site. So let's see if I can get him in here. And hey, there he is.
How's it going?
Good. How's it going, Jess? We just talked a little while ago, didn't we?
Yeah, 5 minutes or so.
Yeah. So anyways, this is my son, Jesse. I have 2 boys. James is, I guess, helping out in the background as well. But Jesse is, I guess, our marketing man. He does a lot of our marketing, and he has been in charge of kind of, I guess, redoing our sites for the last, how many years?
Oh man, too many to count. Maybe 5, maybe 6. It's getting up there.
It's getting up there, but there has been some incredible improvements, and I know you have lots of stuff in the work, but we have had one thing that people, and when I say people, I think I was the biggest proponent of this, but we really wanted added to our site. So I'm going to let you take over and give everybody a little demo, because you answered my wish, and that is?
Wish list.
Wish list.
Okay. I'm just trying to share my screen. Forgive me for 1 sec. Awesome. So let me know whenever y'all can see that. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, my father, John, has been on me for quite some time for a wish list. And as you guys know, here at the Embroidery Legacy, we always like to ask your opinion. We see people emailing in, messaging our YouTube channel, our Facebook groups. And when you kind of message something you'd like to see and we see it pop up more than once, we make it a priority. The customer's always right, and we want to make sure we do right by you guys. So that said, what we actually did is we added a wish list. Now, this wish list, and I'll show you real quick what it does. If we're exploring embroidery designs, I think I think most of you probably get the gist of a wish list at this point. We've all been using the internet for a few years now. But basically, if we're exploring our embroidery designs, and little tidbit, there's some great sales right there happening. But let's say that we're exploring some embroidery designs. And you know what? I'll click on that one. So some of our 4th of July designs, if I click into here to some of our designs that are on sale, all these are 51% off at the time. I can add any design I want to the wish list just by clicking this little heart right here. So I click the heart. Now, the cool thing is you see right here, it asks me to enter an email address. This is because I'm not yet logged in. So if I want to assign this to a specific account, I can just type in, let's say, embroidery legacy at outlook.com. Please don't email this. This is just for testing. We do not check this one. Contact@embroiderylegacy.com is our actual email. But if I submit that now, it will say it's been added to my wish list. Now, when I actually go to log in, and I already do have a window here where I am logged in, if I check my wish list, it's going to be added right there. So it makes it really cool because even if you're on someone else's computer and you're not logged into your account, maybe you don't want to log into your account, you can just click the wish list and it will, of course, add that design to your account. Now, if you are logged in, you, of course, don't have to enter your email address. You can just go in and you can click the heart, and it's now added to your wish list. So we can go back to the wish list now, just right here in the top right, and it's going to be added there. Now, for all of our amazing Embroidery Legacy Design Club members, really one of the perks about our club is you can download designs from basically any page you want. But within your wish list, you can download designs fairly easily. So let's say that I want to download this political face-off design. I can just click right here. It's going to ask me if I want to use one of my Embroidery Legacy Design Club points. I'll, of course, say yes. And just like that, the design has begun downloading right there. So that's pretty cool. If you want to take any designs out of the wish list, just click the little heart right there. And when you refresh, it will be out of your wish list. So we made it really user-friendly, not too complex. Sometimes you see wish lists that have a bunch of bells and whistles that no one ever uses. Ours, we wanted to make sure it was functional. And once again, we listened to your concerns and what you thought would kind of make it the best wish list possible.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, my son. And I know a lot of people don't know this, but we do have different ways that you can actually purchase our designs if you want them. One is you can buy them individually. You don't have to be a member of our subscription of our club. And generally, most of our designs are, like $3.95, right?
Exactly.
I believe, yeah. So but if you are a member, then it is even better because I guess the level of your embroidery addiction, the price goes down significantly.
Absolutely. And if you are interested in the design club, you can just hover over embroidery designs, and then right here, Legacy Design Club, you can learn more about that.
Awesome. 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 Well, your job is done, my son. I appreciate that. You've had a long day. I know it's you've had a long year or 2 years or 5 years or whatever it is.
Yes.
Okay, mom's saying hi as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks for letting me stop in.
Okay.
Did he say I love you, Mom?
No, he did not say I love you, Mom. Okay,
I love
you say
you.
I love you.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. I'm getting embarrassed live, so that's my cue to tune on out of here. But thank you all for joining us.
Okay, awesome. I appreciate that. And you know what, you gotta definitely embarrass your children whenever possible. That is one of the golden rules of having kids. So we did our job, Jennifer. Okay. He might never do that again, actually, but we'll see. Okay, so anyways, that is our new wish list, and I was excited to let you guys see that because that is a request that we've had for the last couple of
Turn up your
years.
mic?
Actually, my mic does not go up, I don't think. Let me see if I can do this, guys. My mic is actually on full here. Let's try here. Test 1, 2. Is it okay? Okay, I might have to borrow Jennifer's mic, or I'll hold this as close as I possibly can, and I'll try to figure this out afterwards. Okay, we're okay? Okay, anyways, I'll try.
Really loud.
Now it's really loud? Okay, I think it's because it's kind of turned upside down. Anyways, I will go to the next slide here, which is this one. And there you can see we do have all of our patriotic designs for sale right now. So they are 51% off. And if you want to, you can go to our site. And if you're a member, you can download those. Now here,
It says it's very muffled. Can you put it back?
okay,
Sorry.
I need to put on a different shirt, I think. So anyways, I'm just going to hold this like this, guys, for the rest of the time. And I might put a shirt on, or I do have a shirt on, but I'll put a different shirt on afterwards. But if you want to win, type in you win right now. We are going to choose some people randomly. So it's not the first person who's typing in win, but we'll choose some people randomly. And you're going to win a couple of different things. The first one is...
Can you turn the microphone down just slightly? Apparently it's very muffled, whatever you did.
Okay, is that better now? Okay, okay.
You just keep talking.
Yeah, I'll keep talking and I'll try my best. Auto adjust mic. Let's try this. Let's see if this is this better now. Okay. Okay, so I apologize for all of the muffledness, but here is what you guys are going to potentially win, and this is a Fringe project. I did a Fringe flag, and this is kind of cool. I know you like the glasses, I'm sure. I found these actually when we were just away on a little holiday, and I had to make sure I got some props. So they are right here, and they're really cool because they do light up. So there we go. But this Fringe flag is actually 2 appliques. So there is 2 appliques that go with this. And I did that on purpose because when you want the fringe to actually activate on this design, it actually has the white stitching and the red stitching and fringe. But if you lift up on the stitching, there is a white applique underneath. So you don't see any, colors that will be off, like in a black t-shirt. And then we have a motif that is going around it. So when you look at this, it is actually pretty cool. And I guarantee that if you do this design and wear it, you'll have all kinds of people coming up and feeling your shirt, which might be a good thing or a bad thing, depending. So just beware, have caution, but it's going to be a fun design. And I do have a little video to show you, and I will kind of fast forward through it, but I'm going to show you a video of the process. If you've never actually done a fringe design before, this will give you an idea about how fringe is actually done. And now I just have to find the design, and let's see if I can find it now really quick. I had everything up before, and here we go. So here is our Fringe flag design. Hey everyone, we just came out with our Fringe flag, and it is awesome. It's nice and soft to the touch, so you'll want to make sure that you run this design this year, because I guarantee you will be the most popular person around. And guys, you're going to want to run this because, hey, do I need to say anything else?
This design just so you know, that was my wife. Double applique. So after we hoop our desired piece of garment or fabric, we can then
fast forward through this a little bit, and I'll just give you the highlights. But it is a double applique. And when the first applique goes down, you'll just cut it out as close as possible, like you would with a normal applique. And then it does the actual fringe, which is a long satin stitch. But as it does each of the layers, they will cross over each other at a point, and then there will be a double run with a satin that holds them in place. So once it finishes all of the actual fringe, then it will do a regular applique border, and then you put down your second applique, and it will then do a motif, and then followed by a satin stitch, or a satin stitch around the outside of the motif as well. So there's the motif going down, and then there's the satin stitch. Now this is where it gets kind of interesting, because after the design is done, you're going to keep it in the hoop. And I can't stress enough that you want to make sure that you keep the design actually in the hoop so that it's stretched out. And you're going to take the blade of your scissors and you're going to go inside of the open end of one of those long satin stitches. And that will allow you to trim right up against the actual thread. If you just cut the bobbin, it will still fringe, but it will be a looped fringe effect. So you want to make sure that when you actually do it, you cut as close to the edge as possible of the actual outside stitch. That way when it activates, it's going to actually fray. All of the threads will eventually, as it gets laundered or worn more, they will kind of spread apart, and you'll be able to see all of the detail. So now if I continue here, I'm almost done all of these lines. It does take a while, but once you're done, you'll then take the end of your scissors or pretty much anything, and you can take your fingernail, go across, and all of the fringe will be activated. So it is a really cool, easy way to actually do a fringe design. And that one we did as a fringe flag. It's actually, a little bit of a larger design, but as you can see, it does look pretty awesome. Any questions, Jennifer, dear?
Yes, somebody was asking, how stiff is the flag? Would you say it's stiff?
Oh, hold on. If you come in here, Jennifer, and
Nice
just
try.
a little bit, you just your hand. The design, I tried, guys. Okay, it's not going to work. She's not falling for it. But it is a applique. So this is obviously a t-shirt. It's nice and soft. And then there is a applique material here. And the stitches that are cut away, it still is soft. It's not bulletproof. It's not super hard, but it is still nice and soft. Now you need to get rid of this real quick.
How long does it take to stitch?
I would guess it took me about 25 to 30 minutes, I guess, to actually stitch the design. So it didn't take a huge amount of time to actually stitch. The glasses do not come with it. You got to get those yourself. I think we found them at Target, right? So anyways, we had fun shopping for that. Now, here is the winning part. We asked if you wanted to win, so we are going to give away one person on YouTube and one person on Facebook. We're going to give away a fringe flag, and we'll do that randomly. I think Beth and James will let us know who the winners are.
Another
Awesome.
question. Did you cut both the red and the white on the back?
Yes, the red and the white on the back. And if I get rid of this one, and if I look on the back of this right here, you can see that I cut into the white satin stitch as well as the red satin stitch. So the really long satin stitches, they're almost, I think, 6 to 7 millimeters long, but this does actually fray on both sides. So it's frayed along both edges.
Did you have to stabilize the t-shirt first?
I did use an interfacing to give it a little bit, and it was an iron-on interfacing so that it would hold the integrity of the stitches a little bit, and I did use a no-show mesh cutaway. So of course with a t-shirt, I do want to keep it as soft as possible, and again, because we are dealing with two appliques, it actually sits down nice and flat. It's not super soft, but if you don't have the appliques, and that's the reason why I use the appliques, then if you're doing it on a t-shirt material, it might just all scrunch up, because a long satin stitch on a very stretchable item will obviously pull it in and start to distort the fabric, and then you wouldn't have something that looks this nice and clean. You'd have a nice little wave effect. Awesome. Any other questions?
Is there a Canadian fringe flag coming?
Is there a Canadian fringe flag? Well, that opens up a whole Pandora's box, because I got to do an Australian flag, a flag in the UK, a flag in France, New Zealand, of course. I did actually plan on doing a Canadian flag, being Canadian. So yes, hopefully I'll have one very soon. Jennifer put that request in. Yes.
More questions. What weight of interfacing? Was it a medium fusible?
The interfacing, actually, I don't want to say too much, because we might be having some of that stuff coming real soon. I actually had some samples sent from a person that I have been dealing with for 25 years in the commercial industry, and it's a very ultra weight interfacing that is still soft. So it's not one that I've ever seen available in stores, because it's made for manufacturers.
Okay. Can you cover the back with something soft?
Sure you could. Actually, you could cover it with a soft interfacing as well. That way it would get rid of everything. Yep.
Okay. What's the softest stabilizer that you would use?
Usually I do try to use a no-show mesh most of the time, but again, I have been really starting to play with more interfacings, because I have a friend in the commercial industry that has sent me a whole bunch of them to test.
Okay. Have you heard of Tender Touch? Somebody's asking if you could use that.
I have not heard of Tender Touch, but there's so many products out there, and it's I mean, there's a interfacing stash, a stabilizer stash, a thread stash, and we should have them all and play with them all to try to test them. Awesome. Am I good to go?
So far, so good.
Okay. So the next thing is, and this is the big one, we want to, after the flag, we want to see our mystery design with 2.6 million stitches. So Who would like to see that? Give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts, all that good stuff. We're going to play a little bit of a game. So I have to switch cameras here. Jennifer has to come into the driver's seat. It's very important that she is not on camera when any of that happens. And I have to get something else up. So let's just get rid of this.
Do you want to give the Fringe Design winners now?
Sure, we can do the Fringe Design winners now, and then we'll have the 2.6 million stitch winners. We can do those as well. So if you have those ready for me, shoot.
Okay, so YouTube, the flag winner is Steve or Norma Kaufman. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
If you can email into us at contact@embroiderylegacy.com.
Awesome.
And
Congratulations,
the
guys.
Facebook flag winner is Roberta Wesner. So congratulations, Roberta. If you could also email into us, contact@embroiderylegacy.com.
Okay, now we are hoping that you'll be very, very patient with us because we have been testing a couple of different things for this, and this is going to be the idea. I'm going to switch over the camera now, go over to the little set that we have, but there are 25 different panels within this design. And where you know, if you can guess what it is after a little while, it might be, you know, patriotic themed, obviously, because this is a 4th of July thing. But if you want to guess what it is, be my guest. But if you're not going to win a prize, we are going to randomly pick some people. But we're going to spin the wheel and start putting all of these tiles up as we go. And when I say be patient, Jennifer and I practiced this earlier, and we're hoping that it goes smoothly. So let me switch the cameras over. And there is our other set. And Jennifer, if you want to come in the driver's seat,
Sure.
Put on. Okay, guys, give me some hearts if you think I should switch the camera over as soon as Jennifer sits down.
You know, it's good for you.
Okay, so we're just passing by now. This is the what would we call it? The dark zone where nobody can see anybody. Okay. Okay, and I should be coming onto camera right now. Hey guys. Okay, so we are going to be putting up 25 different panels. I have a board here with 25 different spots to put in. And given that it is a 2.6 million stitch design, that means that each of these panels has approximately 100,000 stitches in it. So there was kind of a cool thing to do. Now, Jennifer, do you know what to do?
I do.
Awesome. So if you want to go over to Chrome and spin the wheel,
Okay.
we'll get our first number here.
Are we ready?
Yep, I'm ready. I've been waiting for this. I had to build the whole prop set and everything else, so I'm like a little kid. I can't see what she's doing, so I have no idea. Is there a number spinning?
Yes.
Okay.
Number 23, if you want to pop that up.
Okay, so number 23. And then if you go back over to the other one and highlight me. Do you have me highlighted? So on full screen. It was a little double arrow.
I gotcha.
Awesome. Okay, so are we highlighted? Okay, this is good because we got past the first one, but here is the actual design. That is the first panel. Now this is an 8-inch panel, so we have this whole set available in 6, 7, and 8-inch panels. This is the largest one. So I'm going to pop number 23 right in place right here.
Miss
Okay.
V. Brooks, no, it's not fireworks display.
Okay,
Good
fireworks,
guess.
a nice guess, but that's not it. Okay, now, next one. We need to spin the wheel again.
Oh. Okay, so.
I think it would have been much better if you would have been here putting all of these in place, like Vanna White, you know, and then no? Okay. I wish you could see the dirty looks that I'm getting.
Number 21.
21. Okay, and you are getting rid of the numbers after you do them, right?
Yes, honey.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so number 21. So here is number 21, just so you can get a clear shot of what number 21 looks like. That is 21, and it has a home right over here. Okay, let's go for the next one. We can keep this flow going. And it is raining outside where we are, so I know Jennifer Deere is going to be very happy.
3.
Number 3. Okay, so number 3. This is what number 3 looks like. Okay, and yes, I made sure that I drew arrows and everything. So row 1, number 3, right up here. Okay, and guys, if you're liking this idea, give us some hearts or thumbs up, because I thought this was kind of a cool way to do this. I just hope that my whole prop works and things don't start falling down.
I don't think it's showing the numbers. What, number 10?
Number 10?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so here is number 10. Here's what it looks like, guys. Am I highlighted? Awesome.
You're the only one on screen.
Okay, if you unhighlight me, you hit the double thing again, then it will bring back the... Okay.
Yep, best saying hurry up.
Okay. Okay, so let's just get these numbers out.
Somebody said speedboats, boats on water.
Nope.
Number 6.
Number 6. Okay, here is number 6. And the Beth is my daughter, by the way. She's really good at giving orders. So here's number 6.
Somebody's Statue of Liberty.
Nope.
And how long did the stitch out take?
This stitch out took days and days and days for me to do. 2.6 million stitches. It took a while. But the machine kept on running all by itself because the design was digitized well. Okay, next number.
11.
Number 11. Okay, 11. We're starting to piece some pieces together. Okay, next number.
Okay, some people said they like the look without the wheel, so I'll just call you out. 24.
24.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just going to call up the numbers without the wheel going. Okay, so 24. Next one.
Sorry, I'm trying to read the questions as well. Is the design in blocks and then pieced together like a quilt?
You could do that. That is actually
number 12.
Number 12. If you do want to piece this together like you would a quilt, then you have a level of expertise which I do not have. I actually did it on pieces of canvas because I don't know how to sew things, but you could do this as panels and sew it together as a wall hanging sewn in. Next one.
What is the full size? Is it
40 inches by 40 inches.
40 by 40?
Yep.
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. And keep them coming.
Okay, we're getting down in numbers. 4.
Number 4. Okay, next one.
Somebody said, is it a murder scene?
Is it a murder scene? 18. That is awesome. Okay, 18. It is not a murder scene. 18. And if you hear cracking, that is my knees as I'm going up and down. I think I'm getting to that age when joints start making noise. Next one
is 16.
16. Okay, 16 is right here. We almost have a full line in place, guys.
Well, don't forget, I keep switching to the spinner, so it's difficult to see the whole thing all the time.
I know, I know.
Number 1.
Number 1.
Put it back so people can see.
Okay, here's number 1. Okay, any more guesses yet besides murder?
How many colors and how many spools for each color?
I had the
Number
larger,
7.
I had the number 7. I had the larger, I guess 1100, or I guess what would it be? Anyways, the larger spools I used, and I did not go through a large spool of any of the colors. And I think there was about 11 different colors in the design total.
11?
I think so, but I could be wrong.
19.
19. Okay.
14.
14. Actually, this is actually going really randomly. It's really working out well. Okay, there's 14. Any more guesses?
I don't see anything posted, but I'm just getting what Bethany and James are sending. Number 2.
Number 2. Okay, we've completed a whole line, guys.
Da, 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 da. I'll leave it up for a second. Oh, looks like people have got it.
Some people are getting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Somebody said a lobster. Nope, that's not a lobster.
Okay.
I think this can be the last one, and you can fill it in.
Fill it in? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Everybody give some thumbs up if you're ready to have it filled in. Number 25.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's 25. And I will just start randomly filling these in. And here is 20. And here is 22. And here is 15 coming in.
Any questions?
Number 8. Number 13.
Somebody's asking, is the whole square embroidered?
The entire squares are embroidered, yes. Now, I did do these so that you can do them without the black stitching. So if you want to stitch this completely on a black background, then you can save approximately 400,000 to 500,000 stitches by getting rid of the black fill. But I did this on white. It's completely filled in, so it does come 2 different ways. Without the black fill, with the black fill, it comes in 6, 7, and 8 inch. But there you can see it, and that gives you an idea of the size. But I think it is truly a work of art. So give us some thumbs up, and guys, if you like this design. Hopefully some people like it. Otherwise, I'm going to be just devastated. Because it took a long time to digitize, and it took a long time to actually embroider. But I think the finished results are pretty cool.
Yep, some people are really liking it because it is different. Somebody's asking, did you do the artwork?
The artwork was done by a really good friend of mine, an award-winning artist in the commercial industry named Dane Clemens, and he owns a company called Great Dane.
Cool.
So,
we have a few people saying that they would love to do this and donate it to the veteran hospitals.
I think that is a wonderful idea. Mm-hmm. Or have it raffle off for a good cause.
Fundraiser.
Yeah, fundraiser. But again, as I mentioned, I did these because I do not know how to sew. That's not my talent by any means. I don't know how to sew panels together. So when I did these, I just embroidered them, and then I bought 8-inch canvases from Amazon that were pre-made, and I just used a staple gun and I stapled them directly onto a pre-made canvas. And I think it's kind of cool because there's no sewing required, but you can just do all of the tiles, and you have in my opinion, it's a work of art. I think it really is a work of art.
What did you do to glue the outside frames in place?
I didn't glue anything. Actually, I have a video I can show you of exactly how I did this. So Jennifer and I are going to switch again, and this has to be timed perfectly. It's like a well-orchestrated dance because she cannot be in the camera. So
somebody's
Jennifer,
asking if the design is for sale and if you could zoom into the artwork.
Sure. Actually, I will do my best to zoom in.
While you're doing that, somebody's asking, when will you be going back into the personal training? So like live events?
Possibly soon. We don't have really much scheduled for live events. I know we are thinking about doing another retreat in the future, and we might do some more lives coming into next year possibly. But this year we're kind of keeping things, I guess, controlled. We don't have any plans for any shows this year other than our virtual events.
Not yet.
Not yet, but we will.
Right. And if anybody's interested in following along, we have a newsletter you can sign up for where we always share our newest news. Somebody else was asking, John, how long did it take to stitch out?
It took about a couple hours for each one. So when I'm talking like 2.5 to 3 hours to stitch each one, keep in mind that I did do it on a commercial machine. My machine was running at about 750 to 800 stitches per minute. And so I did try to knock them out, as quickly as I possibly could. But I was doing potentially 2 to 3 to 4 of these panels per day. So it did take almost a week for me to complete all of the panels on the machine. But when you have a machine with multiple needles and you can just program it and walk away, and if the design is digitized properly, then you should be able to walk away, then that makes it much, much easier. So there is the actual tile scene. We took some nice pictures of it. It is on our site. It is actually on sale for $39.95, which for the amount of work, I'm hoping more than 2 people buy it, because I can guarantee you there was countless hours put into this. But it does come in the 3 sizes, the 2 different ways. It's $20 off right now. So if you guys are interested, I guess the kids are putting links up to our website. But and if you are a member of our club, of our membership, our subscription, this is in the large legacy designs. We have our regular embroidery designs, and then we have our in the hoop projects and our large legacy designs, which are some of the big designs that you see behind me. Those, if you are a gold or diamond member, you get bonus legacy designs, and you can download this scene here for 3 points from the large legacy collection. So they are a little bit more than a regular design like this one would be, but you still can do it as part of your membership. And that goes for the flag as well. This is actually in the large legacy designs, so you can actually download that with one of your points as well.
How many needles did you use with the Liberty Bell tile scene?
How many needles? I think there was, if I'm not mistaken, there was, I think, 10 different colors in that design. So there was 10 needles. I have a 15 needle machine here. My kids both have these, 18 needle machines. But if you do have a 6 needle, let's say, then you would have to program stops or anchors so that you could switch out your spools as you're moving along. Obviously, with a single needle machine, you'll run each color and then have to switch over the thread manually.
Are all the sizes included, or are they separate purchases?
They are all included. So you get the 3 different sizes, 6, 7, and 8 inches, and you get them with the full stitches like we had here, as well as the, I guess I called it on black, meaning that we reduced the base black fill, and it saved, 200,000 or 300,000 stitches, I think, by getting rid of that.
Okay.
Awesome.
And what size of hoop size?
I used a 10 by 10 inch hoop, which I have for my machine. So anything that would, as far as your machine, because every machine out there has different size hoops these days, depending on which brand or model you own. But as long as it will fit an 8 by 8 inch field area, that is the key. And if you don't have an 8 by 8 inch hoop, then you can go down to 7 or 6 and essentially get the same kind of results.
So the 3 sizes were?
6 inch, which would, if you take 6 times 5, that would give you a 30 inch, I guess, wall hanging or piece of art. If you do the 7 inch, it would give you 35, and the 8 inch would give you 40 by 40. So it really depends on the size. There's 25 panels, so it is a perfect square when it's done.
Okay, and what brand of machine are you using? Somebody's asking.
Well, we are really, really blessed, because it was my dream to have ZSK machines since the early days. We had Tajimas when I was a commercial embroiderer, and we have 2 ZSK machines that we use for our samples, and they are awesome Cadillac of embroidery machines, or Rolls-Royce of embroidery machines, whatever you want to call it.
And maybe Bethany or James, you could put the link up for the ZSK if anybody's interested.
Yeah, we don't sell ZSK machines, but we are an ambassador. We do love their machines, and we do have a form there where you can fill out to get information from one of their dealers globally, because ZSK is made in Germany and they have dealers all across the world.
How many bobbins were used?
A full box of magnetic bobbins. I think that after I was done, and keep in mind, I did have to run some of the panels twice. I feel that I'm a pretty good digitizer. I was going to show you actually a sample of the next tile scene I'm doing, but I can't do that yet because I don't want you to see it. But I do have to, in some situations, run that 8 by 8 inch and see that there needs to be some edits done. Because I'm pretty good, and normally I don't have to edit designs, but when you get 100,000 stitches into a design, could be some push and pull that has to be adjusted afterwards. So a full box of bobbins I used.
Okay.
Awesome. Was there any other questions, Jennifer dear?
I don't see any, but
Awesome.
Again, I have a lag time with what I'm being fed.
No problem. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed that little thing with all the pieces going in place. I've been planning that for a while. Jennifer's, kind of making fun of me because I was building that little set thing over the weekend. But we do have our digitizing webinar, which is our beginners digitizing webinar, that is starting this Saturday. So this is a last call. If you are interested in joining us for that, we have 2 different times that we're doing it in. And it is a one-day webinar where we basically give you the 2 hours of live time, but there are 3 interactive videos that are combined with it. So the idea of doing it at your own pace and at your own time is still the best way to learn. And we will get you a demo version of Hatch to actually do the course with us.
I think Bethany or James is also putting the
a link up for that.
Yep.
Awesome, awesome. And then again, if you guys want the 30-day trial, the kids will put up a link for that as well. It is great software. In 2 weeks' time, we do have our 3D Puffy Foam webinar. This is not software specific, so it is not going to be a digitizing class per se, but I will be giving all of the properties and theories for creating designs with 3D Puffy Foam. So that one is a seminar that we have coming up in 2 weeks' time. And if you want to sign up for that one,
with 2 different time slots.
2 different time slots as well. So that is on the Saturday anyway, you can take a look.
4 and 8, I think.
4 and 8 in Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, join us on social media. Our YouTube is growing steadily. Our Facebook groups are growing. We try our very, very best to, answer as many questions as we can. It's getting a little bit overwhelming because I try to answer as much as I can personally, and we have incredible admins. But it's a great place to ask your questions because there is thousands of other embroiderers who have, experience and can probably help or assist you as well.
Oh, somebody says, what about the gnomes? Is there a 4th of July gnome?
There is not a 4th of July gnome. I did not, I'm sorry. I'll have to actually look because I might have, now that I'm thinking of it, because I did all my gnomes. If you were joining us for any of the earlier ones where we did our little webinars, I had a gnome for most seasons. I'll have to see if I did digitize a 4th of July gnome.
Mm-hmm.
Because I may have done it and I might have forgotten, which that has been known to happen, right, Jennifer?
Yes.
Okay.
I think you forgot to mention that we have the Embroidery Design Patriotic Sale.
Okay, yeah, actually I did have that up earlier. So all of our designs, oops, and I messed up that one, but there is actually our patriotic designs are 51% off right now. So, feel free to take a look around our site. And again, keep in mind that this patch is absolutely free, so you can download this patch and you can put it onto whatever you want, so on a hat or on a garment, and that's kind of it.
How long is the Liberty Bell on sale for? And don't forget, we still have to choose the winners.
Yes, okay, yeah. The Liberty Bell, I should have asked Jesse Deere that question. But I think it's a couple of weeks. I mean, we'll probably hold the sale until, I guess, July 4th, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. But it is on sale right now, and Jesse's in charge of all of our marketing. So maybe he'll it's kind of fun because I am actually having more and more responsibility taken away from me. And I would like to say I'm handing it over, but I feel very blessed because my kids are doing a great job and they're taking more of the stuff off my shoulders so that I can create designs. Awesome.
Yep. Now we're just waiting for
the 2 winners.
Yes. Were you wanting somebody to respond in any way? Do you want the kids to just choose names?
Kids can just choose randomly, and if you're upset in any way, it's Beth Deere and James Deere who chose the names. So, no, just kidding.
So if you want the Liberty Bell, maybe type in the word bell.
Okay, yeah. So we're going to give away that beautiful scene to a couple.
Somebody said that they missed the question. Is the seminar the way to go to get basic training for the beginners?
Yes, definitely. The basic or beginners digitizing workshop is an interactive workshop, which means that I give people the demo version of the software so you can see the buttons that I'm using. Even if you own another brand, I still ask that people take the actual webinar in the software, because I give people a cheat sheet, which is our hotkeys. I show them all the tools that they need to use, and then the designs that is digitized and all of the exercises leading up to the design, you're able to pause and play me and see exactly which buttons I'm pressing. So what you learn theory-wise can then be applied to whatever software brand you currently own. So that's the best way to learn. I've done hundreds of classes over the years live. And they're not easy, because usually you're teaching to the lowest denominator. The person who knows the least gets the most amount of attention. But this way, it's awesome because you have the entire week to go through those 3 video lessons.
Right, and we do have the option for replay if you want it. If
Yes.
you don't want it, it's again an option.
Yeah, and that is something that we did this time. Was if you, and you can, I'm guessing you can choose it after the fact too. But if you want those lessons to be lifetime lessons, in other words, if a week isn't enough for you to view those 3 lessons that go in conjunction with the webinar, for a small fee, because we do house all of our videos in a third party, we pay for bandwidth. So if you want to view those videos over and over and over again and do them at your own pace, you can actually choose the lifetime option.
Prepay.
Yeah,
Yep.
prepay.
Is the beginner class live or pre-recorded?
The beginners class, the webinar portion is live, and it will be recorded. So if you're not able to make one of the 2 time slots that we have, don't worry, it will be recorded, and that recording within I think it's like 24 or 48 hours will be in your classroom. The way we work it is we have the live webinar, then you get the design files, the art files, the PDF file, and the 3 lessons in your classroom to do at your own pace at your own time. And if you did miss the live webinar, that will be available for replay as well.
Good. And when would the next class be?
The next one we're planning to do in 3 months' time. I guess I can say it now because and Jesse we picked a date, and I think it was the first Saturday in September is going to be the next beginners workshop. So that will be, but we will do these every quarter as long as people are willing to sign up.
Okay, and the costs for the webinars?
The costs for the webinars are awesomely reasonable. I have no idea. I think they're $29.95 or something like that for the webinars, and I don't even think we have the price on that one for the last call.
The $29.95 for the beginners.
For the beginners, okay, yeah, $29.95 for the beginners workshop, and I think the other one is $24.95 for the 3D phone.
Okay.
Awesome.
And are we ready for winners?
Okay, are we ready, guys? Who's going to win the Liberty Bell?
Okay, and the winners, if they could email into contact@embroiderylegacy.com, Leanne will take care of getting your prizes to you. So the Facebook winner for the Liberty Bell is Doris Like Isbell. So congratulations, Doris.
Congratulations, Doris.
And
Awesome.
the YouTube winner is Tom Hughes. So congratulations, Tom.
Awesome. Congratulations, Tom. And I appreciate all you guys checking in with us. We will be doing a couple more of these. I think we have one scheduled for next week because we have another little project that I've been working on. When somebody asked previously, have I planned any live events this year? When we did a lot of live events, it took a lot of time on the road and hotels and everything, and it got very, very busy, and I wasn't able to digitize or produce as much content. So on the plus side, my being home has been awesome because I have been able to just play and create stuff, and we have some really cool design releases coming up soon, like this one here, which you can see there is the finished Liberty Bell. So we really appreciate your guys joining us, and I hope you guys like that design. And I know it's early, but we wish everybody from the US a happy and safe holiday.
Good.
Awesome.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks, guys. Take care.